Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am just cozying up with some books and some tea tonight and really just thinking about what I would like to accomplish this year as far as reading goes. So I'm excited to make this video because I have just gone through my personal library and found that there are many books that I have that I have not read. So I have gone ahead and picked 12 books this year off of my personal shelf that I would like to discover and check out and see if they're worth keeping, because if I don't enjoy reading them, then why are they in my house, you know? There's also some books that I have that I really have wanted to read for a long time and just have not set my mind to it. So I am here telling you guys I'm going to be accountable and read the books that I own this year instead of buying new books. Alright guys, the first book that's on my list this year, I've already started. It's called Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. If you don't know who Rachel Hollis is, you might be living in a cave because I feel like she has gone viral over this past year between her book and her podcast I really enjoy as well. So it was about time that I read this book that I got for my birthday months ago and have not finished it yet. I have just read a couple chapters, so I'm diving back in. I want to read this book, especially before her new book comes out this year, Girl Stop Apologizing, because I'm sure that's going to be good too. Rachel Hollis is really motivational, and so far, so good with this book. She just kind of teaches you how to wash your face, put on your big girl pants, get over yourself, and make your life happen because you're the one that's in charge of it, and you're the one that is in charge of your happiness. Way to go, Rachel, for writing a phenomenal book. I can't wait to finish it, and this is a New York Times bestseller. She is very inspiring, Rachel, so if you haven't read this, I would definitely encourage you to. The next book on my list is Killing Lincoln by Bill O'Reilly. This book is actually Mitch's, but it's one that I want to read this year because he said he really enjoyed it. And this is kind of historical novel. I don't know if it's historical fiction or historical nonfiction. If you know, please leave me a comment down below. But I do know that this talks a lot about who Abraham Lincoln was, kind of what was going on at the time. And then in the midst of the patriotic celebrations in Washington, D.C., John Wilkes Booth, charismatic ladies' man and impotent racist, murders Abraham Lincoln at Ford's Theater. A furious manhunt ensues, and Booth immediately becomes the country's most wanted fugitive. Featuring some of history's most remarkable figures, vivid detail, and page-turning action, Killing Lincoln is history that reads like a thriller. This is going to be a great read. I really do enjoy historical books and learning more about our country and the people that used to be here. My next book is A Wrinkle in Time, and I bought this after I saw the movie, which, to be honest, I didn't really enjoy the movie, but I had some friends say, hey, you should check out the book. So I bought the book, but I haven't read it, and so it's time for me to read it. This is by Madeleine L'Engle, or L'Engle, I'm not sure how to say that, but this is on the Newbery children's book list. So I just learned about the children's book list, the Newbery list, in school just a few days ago, and it takes a lot to get put on the Newbery list. So for this to be on the Newbery list means that it has to be good, right? The movie was interesting enough that I want to read the book, but I didn't love the movie. So this should be an interesting read, and I'm excited. I feel like I will enjoy this. I just have not taken the time to read it. The next book, I have no idea why this is on my bookshelf. This is called Charity Girl. It's by Michael Lowenthal, and I think I might have picked this up at a thrift store or something just because it looked interesting. But this is a novel written about World War I time, and I know that it is about a 17-year-old Jewish bundle wrapper in Boston, and just kind of her story and what was going on during World War I. So I definitely need to read this because at this point I'm like, maybe I should just get rid of it, but I haven't even read it. So I need to give it a try, and I'll have to let you guys know what I think of this book. The next book is Medical Medium, and this book is a New York Times bestseller. It talks about the secrets behind chronic and mystery illness and how to finally heal. The guy that wrote this, Anthony William, I've started to read a little bit of this, but he feels that he has discovered, many secrets behind what makes us ill. And he talks a lot about like food and just how we treat our bodies. So I really like the back of this. I'm just going to read it to you really quick. If you were ill and doctors couldn't help you, would you have 20 years to wait before medical science discovered the true cause of your suffering and the way to get better? What would it be worth if someone could help you recover and heal right now? So he talks about many chronic illnesses listed on the back here, like ADHD, autism, candida, diabetes, fibromyalgia, Epstein-Barr virus, multiple sclerosis, vertigo, thyroid disorders, lupus, Lyme disease. I mean, there's like 24 common conditions here, and just how you can help yourself with those. So I'm interested in reading this because I do have like some medical mysteries with my own body that I might get into another time, but I'm just kind of hoping that this will inspire me, and I really enjoy learning more about health and wellness, so I thought this would be a great read this year. And I've had so many friends rave about it. And Medical Medium, you can follow on Instagram. Lots of good tips there, but he's kind of really taken the pioneering with the celery juice. If you guys have seen the craze of celery juice lately, especially for helping like allergies and things like that. So he is, really cool, and I'm excited to read this book that he wrote. Next book, another one that's just been sitting on my shelf that I know I will love and have just not taken the time to read yet. I actually have the whole series. So this is Matched by Ali Condé. And if you enjoy like dystopian novels, kind of in like totalitarian government style, I've heard you'll really enjoy this. So for example, if you really enjoyed like Hunger Games or the Ugly series, you'll probably enjoy this. And I've heard it's great. So I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but I have not, and it's time. This next book was a gift from my aunt, and it's called Am I There Yet? And it's The Loop-de-Loop Zigzagging Journey to Adulthood by Mary Andrew. Guys, the artwork on this book is just so cute. This is kind of like a book that is not a novel, but I think gives you a lot of ideas for just creating a good life. And there's tons of pictures and graphs and beautiful artwork. So I'm really, really excited to get into this book. It looks so cute, and I feel like it's totally my style and my vibe. So I'm really excited to dive in. Just look how cute this is. This says growth, encouragement is the sunshine, loss, rejection, heartbreak, disappointment, failure, and challenges are the rainstorm. But those things are what fuel our flowers to grow. It's the beautiful cycle of life. The next book I would like to read that I've had on my shelf for a while is Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover. And I've heard this is a great book. I mean, more than 4 million copies sold. This is just kind of a self-help guide when it comes to finances and being in charge of your finances. And I've read a little bit of this, like I've just skimmed a bit, but I haven't actually dedicated myself to reading it. And I would like to. I think that it is really good to be smart with your money, and that it's something that you need to be educated about. I will probably be sharing tips and tricks that I personally download and receive from this book and share them with you if I feel like they are helpful. So Dave Ramsey, we're gonna be friends. My next book is also a book that I have seen the movie, enjoyed the movie, bought the book, haven't read it yet. So this is Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand, and this book is going to be amazing, I already know. It's a story about resilience and redemption and survival that happened during World War II. If you haven't seen the movie, please go see it. If you've read the book, please let me know how good it is, because I already just know it's gonna be good. This book has some pictures in it, so it's like a true story. And look at this, you guys. This is a picture from prisoners of war during World War II. I don't want it to sound like I love World War II, but I do really appreciate learning more about it and feel like it's something that we all need to understand. So Unbroken, I already know that it's going to be good, and I will probably go watch the movie again after I read this. What an inspiring story, you know? So this is going to be great. Next book is called The Magic Strings of Frankie Presto by Mitch Albom. I don't remember why I wanted this book, but Mitch got this for me last Christmas and I haven't read it yet. It's a New York Times bestseller. I know that it has something to do with music, which is why I was interested in it, so let's just read a little bit from the back. This story follows Frankie Presto, a war orphan born in a burning church, through his extraordinary journey around the world. Raised by a blind guitar teacher in Spain and gifted with a talent to change people's lives, using 6 mysterious blue strings, Frankie navigates the musical landscape of the 20th century, from 1950s jazz scene to the Grand Ole Opry to Elvis Mania and Woodstock, all the while searching for his childhood love. As he becomes a famous star, he loses his way until tragedy steals his ability to play the guitar that had so defined him. This is going to be interesting. I don't quite understand if it's like a time travel story or what exactly is happening. The next book I have is I Am Number 4. This is one of Mitch's books, and I know it's a movie. This is also a #1 New York Times bestseller that has been made into a movie, but I haven't seen it. Does it?
Yeah.
Is the book good?
Yeah.
Okay. Just received information that the movie sucks, but the book is good. So I thought this looks interesting, and it's something that I would be interested in reading this year. So I'm gonna try it. It does talk about other civilizations that exist. So I don't know, sounds interesting. The last book that is on my book list for this year is the New Testament, guys. This is my Bible, and the New Testament is one of the books here in the Bible, well, more like one of the sections that's made up of a bunch of different books. So I have sporadically read around in the New Testament and the Bible in general, and just really want to kind of read it as a story and gain all of the context from what was happening during this time period, rather than just Jesus loves me. Like, I want to actually understand the history and the geography of what was happening here in the Bible. Lucky for me, my church has actually given us like a timetable and things to study and help us understand the New Testament this year, so it's something that I am going to be focusing on in my reading. Alright guys, so those are my books that I have on my list to read this year. If you want to keep up with my progress, you can probably find me over on Instagram telling some updates on these books. You can find me at Marissa Janelle on Instagram. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like or a thumbs up. It really helps me to know that you enjoy this type of content and it's something I should keep making. If you really like this video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos coming out every week. Please, last of all, leave me a comment down below of what is on your book list this year. I would love to know. And if you have read any of the books that are on my book list, please also let me know if you enjoyed those as well. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!